She is the woman behind one of the most powerful images in sports history. Back in 1967, on her way to becoming the first woman to ever officially run the Boston Marathon, Kathrine Switzer was nearly stopped by a race manager who was attempting to pull off her bib and remove her from the competition. What happened next has become legendary in the running community. Now, nearly 60 years later, Switzer still runs almost every day and has founded a running club bearing that number that started it all, 261. I recently had the chance to go for a run with her and ask her about that moment and the legacy she's been building ever since. You have often referred to running as your secret weapon. How so?
Because all you have to do is to do it, and you become empowered. And it's for you alone. It's that sense not only of a victory, of overcoming something, but also being a part of the environment, of being a part of nature, of being a force of nature. And that's a wonderful thing to feel every day.
"58 years ago, Kathrine Switzer stood at the start line of the Boston Marathon. She entered as KV Switzer. At the time, she was 20 years old. Pinned on her chest, bib number 261. She was prepared and equipped with the stamina and mindset to go the distance, all 26.2 miles. There was only one hurdle. In 1967, women weren't officially allowed to participate.
Growing up, I never came into a world thinking, especially participating in sports or running, that I wasn't allowed. Give me a sense of 1967 when you decide, I'm going to run the Boston Marathon, even though women are not allowed.
Well, first of all, by the time I heard about the Boston Marathon, I was taking my running seriously. I told my coach that I wanted to run the Boston Marathon. He'd run it 15 times, and he said, no woman could ever run no marathon. And we argued, and finally he said, okay, look, if you show me in practice, I'll be the first person to take you. And the day came, we ran 26.2 miles. He said, I can't believe it, you look great. And I said, I think it's too short. Let's run another 5 miles.
So you go 31 miles.
31 miles.
And so on that dreary cold April day, in the midst of a crowd of men, there was runner 261, Kathrine Switzer. What happened next became one of the most defining images in sports. Around mile 2, race officials realized a woman was among the runners.
Tell us about that now infamous photo and moment where one of the race officials tries to get you out of the race.
Oh man, you know, it was a terrible thing. The press truck went by. Instantly, they saw that I was a woman. They began taking pictures right in front of us. All of a sudden, the officials' truck came up alongside of us, and the feisty co-race director jumped off this bus, went after me, grabbed me physically, threw me back, and tried to rip my bib number 261 and caught the corner of it, but didn't get the whole number. Everybody was screaming. My coach said, leave her alone, leave her alone, I've trained her. And then my burly boyfriend came running with full tilt and took him out of the shoulder charge. And the official went flying. My coach said, run like hell.
Love it.
Oh, that was awful. I said to my coach, I'm gonna finish this race with my hands and my knees if I have to. And he said, okay, okay. It took me 4 hours and 20 minutes, but I did it. And I knew somewhere around mile 22 that they needed to do something for women.
Yeah.
And that became my driving force. So it took a long time, but it changed my whole life.
Yeah.
It changed my career. It gave me a career.
She finished the race, inking her name in the history books. Switzer became an icon in the running world, empowering and lifting up women around the globe, and still holds the title as the last woman from New York City to win the New York City Marathon. That bold first step in 1967 launched her career of organizing events, staging more than 100 races in 27 countries for more than 1 million women with the Avon International Running Circuit. Switzer became a force in women's sports, a journalist, a TV commentator, and led the effort that ultimately put the women's marathon in the Olympics.
And there you go, the first ever Olympic women's marathon.
Do you ever think about the magnitude of what you have contributed to history in that single act of running the Boston Marathon?
It's a wonderful thing, but I want everybody in life to know that we all have very bad negative moments. And if you take that negative and you turn it upside down, you're going to see a positive solution. And you may not know what it is, but if you work on it, it'll happen. And it can be the most positive, amazing outcome imaginable.
In 2016, she launched 261 Fearless, a global nonprofit that's forged its own identity, merging her love of running with education. Switzer wanted to empower women to think big. 261 Fearless offers business training for club directors to set up and lead their own chapters, and offers public education tailored to women's health and exercise.
6 times a year, we have online courses that women learn about bone health, burnout, leadership, networking.
261 Fearless!
The 261 chapter here in the heart of Boston lives by the Switzer motto.
Kathrine continues to inspire women. Her energy is really magical and electric. She really believes that every woman is capable of getting out there.
Women continue to embrace the 261 Run Club as a space where women can take their first steps into running without judgment, like some of the women we met here in Boston.
The group is very inspiring, whether you're a runner or not. If you just want to move, whether to walk or run, just show up. After taking that first step, everything else will come into play.
As of 2024, 261 Fearless has more than 200 coaches leading women's running groups across 14 countries, from South America to Europe to New Zealand. They're also chasing down Switzer's one wish, that all women carry the same confidence to believe they can achieve anything.
What do you hope that young girls who are growing up now learn from your story?
I hope they have no sense of limitation. I hope they will realize how fortunate they are. I want them to know their history. I want them to realize how far that we have come, and that they are now the messengers to carry it forward. So I think the lesson here is, look what wonderful things running and sports have given you. Be sure to pass it on to the next generation.
At 78, Switzer continues to lace up her sneakers, not just to run, but to lead, showing us all that running isn't just a sport, it's a revolution, and Switzer is a symbol of resilience and change.
What a pioneer and an enjoyable conversation. Our thanks to Kathrine Switzer. On November 1st, the day before the New York City Marathon, she and her running club will announce the first ever winners of the KV Switzer Award, an award for people who have used sports as a vehicle to create positive change in people's lives.